So if you've watched any of my previous videos on hyperframes, you've seen me making different types of videos, different types of promos, and it's a really great tool. And they have a lot of new features always rolling out. It's actually the number 2 searched wiki on my Agent Wikis page after Hermes Agent itself. So it's just become a very popular tool to make videos using agents or AI tools. And I saw this post the other day. This is for keyframes, which are now open sourced in Hyperframes. So it allows for more smooth motion in arc. Like you could see this kind of movement in the videos makes it feel more like real video software. So they created keyframes here, and I'm going to try this out today. The page on their docs page for keyframes and arc motion. So I'm going to be doing this in Hermes Agent. You can see I just installed Hyperframes onto this machine. So the idea behind this video and what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to create a promo for my new project, Onchain Agent. And it's pretty much done. It's ready to be released in beta, but I need a promo video for it. So I don't really have a clear vision of what I want it to do. I know I want this robot icon to be in it. I know I probably want to use GPT Images to try to create more assets in that style. I'm thinking to create like a full-size robot in that style. I'm interested to try out. I don't know how it'll look, but like I've seen a couple of posts here about using Three.js with hyperframes to try to make videos, create like this little 3D world and then create a video through it. I don't know how it's going to look, but that's my vague idea. So I'm going to kind of brainstorm it with Hermes here. And like I said, the main goal is going to be just creating a promo video for that site. And we're going to test out these different tools. Like I said, Three.js. We're going to try hyperframes with the arc motion. We're going to use GPT images and what other skills that Hermes has and see what we get. So this video is going to be very kind of loose. I had people asking in the other videos to kind of show step by step of what I do to try to make those videos instead of like starting with the prompt itself. So that's what this is going to be. So it's going to be a little bit slower paced than perhaps the other hyperframes videos, but it should give you a clearer image of what you actually need to do to make them. And if you like this video, please consider following me on X at Tombi Studio. I'll often be posting short videos on the latest AI news and agent features, as well as more in-depth written posts and articles. Also, sign up for my free weekly newsletter, which I write by hand and release every Friday. Here, you'll see my honest thoughts about the latest AI news, models, research, and give a sneak peek of new projects I'm working on before they're announced anywhere else. Sign up on OnchainAIGarage.com. Link is in the description. Okay, so I'm in WSL with Hermes Agent. I installed the hyperframes itself and then FFmpeg, which you need for some of the editing. And that's one of the prerequisites of hyperframes. So I'm going to start trying to like just brainstorm a little bit. Okay, so this is my opening prompt, and this was basically just a thought dump of sorts. I said I want to brainstorm a promo video, 45 seconds long. My new project Onchain Agent, I want to use the image in, so that was the logo, the robot logo, as the central piece, as well as text logo in the same directory. Let's plan out the video first before we make it. The logo is just a robot head, but I was thinking to use image gen to create a sprite sheet that you can use for the full robot body in that style, then use hyperframes and maybe Three.js to animate the robot navigating the trenches with a person. Check out Onchain Agent and agent.onchainaigarage.com for details about the project. The last part will be a call to action. You will need to use the character. That's the Tombi character you have seen in all of my thumbnails during the CTA. Let's brainstorm the concept first, because this is Codex and it'll just start building if you're not clear that you just want to plan this out first. I'd like to try to use arc motion and that's the docs page for the keyframes. So that is, as you can probably tell, just a thought dump. But it's a good way to kind of start out a planning session because I don't really have anything other than that, just what's in my head, which I just, dump into a prompt and see what we can find here. But there's a lot of different elements and a lot of tools we're going to be using. Using image gen, using Three.js, using hyperframes, arc motion, and using these reference photos. So it's a bit different from the other prompts I've done on other hyperframes videos. Okay, so it checked all those files. And it's going to be a 45-second cinematic product promo. The core idea, trench scout with receipts. So it's kind of fleshed out the idea that I had. Codex is so wordy sometimes. This could be half as long. It's a very detailed plan here. And I wish it would do a little bit more like brainstorming instead of just automatically like scoping everything. But it seems to generally be kind of what I want. So this is the actual plan. And it does incorporate arc motion. Human enters the chaos. Robot becomes the guide. It's kind of what I want image-wise. Evidence engine. So I do want some kind of like explanation of what the agent does, which includes this stuff like liquidity, wallet flows, and that kind of information. Wallet graph analysis. So this becomes a Three.js scene. Use a 3D node graph tunnel. The robot human run along a curved path through it. Sounds great. We can actually do this properly. Data packets arc between nodes using motion path plugin. Okay. So, and then it's going to end with a CTA with Tombi character. I mean, as a plan, that sounds good. I don't know how it'll actually look. So it is going to use image gen to create the robot. Hyperframes animation approach. Use GSAP as the main timeline. Arc motion for scan orbs, fake tickers flying away. Robot hopping. Be cute. Use Three.js selectively. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be entirely 3D, but having one kind of 3D element would be cool. Okay. So I think as a concept, that's good. Let me ask, do you have everything you need to build this? I think we have all the dependencies and everything installed, but double checking before we waste time. Okay, we're missing the specific Hyperframes Keyframes skill, because it is a skill you need to install. Workflow skill. Okay. So we need to install the keyframes and product launch video, which I guess is another Hyperframe skill. Then generate the robot, create the directory, build the storyboard first, and then stop at a preview for my review. Okay, let's proceed. It's probably going to take a good amount of time to build this because it has to do image gen and then all of the rendering and everything. So the one thing you want to be careful with when you're using hyperframes is you always want to point them like to the specific docs page. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but if you don't show them exactly what you want them to use, they'll a lot of times try to fake it. So like if it's a specific skill or something, instead of installing the skill, they'll just try to like get the end result without using the proper skill. So in my experience, if you want a specific skill or certain type of image or effect, like giving them the exact doc page will help. Okay, so it's doing now the image gen. We'll see how this looks. Okay, so it created the directory and Preview Studio is running. Took around 30 minutes, I think, altogether. 30, 40 minutes, I think. Just doing other stuff. But let's see what we get here with the Preview Studio. So this is just the local host studio. Let me see. Just click play, I guess. This is our preview. That's a robot. That's pretty good. Wow, we need to do something about this person. The poses look good. Some of the tech stuff is wrong. They kind of animated the robot. So some of the formatting looks weird. I like the image gen though. You could see the The arc motion also looks good. There we go. That's the end. Okay, so it's not a bad start for this is just the one shot. First of all, Tombi is facing the wrong direction. It should be over here. Can I just move him? Guess so, right? So if you're familiar with, I've used DaVinci a little bit. I made a couple little animations and stuff. So it's kind of a similar idea with keyframes and how you do movement. Did that work? No, he's moving backwards. He's doing the moonwalk. So it's helpful if you're familiar with that kind of like software and stuff. Because that's what is happening here. Tombi is like moving from here to over here. Or I just want him to be statically over here. Okay, so I'm going to put together a kind of list of what I want fixed here. And then we will see how we can edit, because I'm not going to physically edit this. It'll be quicker just to have Hermes do it. Okay, so I went through everything. Said there are several issues. Remove cold open from S1 and S2 and other areas. The person looks bad. It's just a stick figure. Can use image gen to make an actual image of a man, matching the illustration of the robot, but looking confused for S2. S3 needs to be completely redone. And when I'm referring to S, like these different ones, these are all labeled. I don't know, it's a little bit small if you can see, but each of these kind of cards, slides, I guess, are named S3, S4. So like this one I wanted to completely redo. This isn't like it's important, but it's not the most important feature of the token. And like some of the stuff is not lined up properly, like the robot, and then this is not properly lined up. So here. Also, what else? So instead, I want that to focus on the custom on-chain tools, because that's kind of a more interesting element. Text bubbles are overlapping in S4. Try to position the nodes and cards better in S5. They overlap. In S7, make sure the Tombi character remains on the left, since he's pointing right. I asked where the Three.js was integrated, and in general, make sure the elements are properly positioned with space between them. So just like, once again, just a brain dump of what I thought looking at it. Maybe the nodes here, like in this section, maybe these node is the Three.js. I wasn't sure exactly though, but you could see the arc motion, like that is like those balls, I guess, nodes they're supposed to be, just not lined up very well, but I think that's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so you can see it's starting to create the image of the man or the person. So that'll replace like this. There's only two slides that use it, I think, like this one and then this one. But obviously this is not good. So like the idea would be a person standing behind the robot and the robot's guiding them. It doesn't need to be anything special, just like a generic person man image. Okay, so it implemented a lot of my changes. It did create a new asset of the man. This is annoying. On Three.js, it did not actually integrate real Three.js. It used a pseudo 3D CSS GSEP wallet graph instead. It's annoying when I ask it to do something like that. And it fakes it. It doesn't even tell me it didn't make it. It just doesn't make it. But let's see what we have first before I yell at it. Localhost here. Okay, let's see what we got. Looks clean, that one. So that's the man. Looks good. Still some overlapping issues. But that one looks better. This one, the nodes, still, this one is still off, but it looks a little bit better. It's not bad. There we go. Okay, that does look better. So a couple of the slides generally, I think, look good. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this again and tell Hermes everything that I want fixed from this. I think we're getting a little bit closer. But this is kind of the tedious process, right? Going back and forth. Okay, so I went back and told it everything that should be fixed. The man should be positioned on the left. Um, Make sure that none of the elements touch the text or overlap the text. I wanted the robot to move up a little bit. And I did ask it to try to implement Three.js like we agreed to in the first place. And that will be on this one. This kind of node thing looks okay. It needs to be repositioned, but I'm curious to see if it can do something cooler with Three.js. Okay, I finished these fixes. So let's see what we get. Studio here. Okay. The better you can see the motion there. That's the arc motion I was looking for. Oh, that looks better. That looks much better using Three.js. So I'd probably do like maybe some light music and then me talking over this. There we go. So I think that looks pretty good. There's nothing specific that I saw. Like nice little animations. I mean, it's just moving a little bit, but that's the keyframes you're seeing right there, right? And you can see in the preview studio here, like these are all the keyframes that creates these little animations. It's something simple, but adds a little bit to it. I actually quite like this, like that node thing in the back. It looks good. Looks better than what we had before. That's the Three.js element that I was looking for. And you can see like these cards pop up like that. There's nothing overlapping right now, right? This looks better. And all this, like those moving are also the arc motion using keyframes. You can see it has like nice movement, like curved movement instead of just straightforward. There we go. So I think that's good. I think we're going to render this version. So it'll look like that just a little bit better, hopefully. And like I said, I'll do probably a voiceover with some light music over that. It's just a 45-minute little promo video. And the style looks good because you can easily, now that it's built in Hyperframes, like I could make ads, like meta ads or like Google ads, anything like that, using this style since I've already built out the style in Hyperframes. Okay, so we have the final render here. And like I said, I'll probably do a narration, but this is what we got. Those look good in full screen. Little animation there. The Three.js came out really well, that like node graph thing. And that's it. It's the last one. Got Toby in the corner. Yeah, looks pretty good. Here we go. And that didn't take too long, like start to finish. I know it seemed like I was going back and forth a little bit, but only like 2 hours, I would say. And most of these tools were free. Hyperframes is free. Hermes Agent is obviously free. Three.js was free. Only thing I had to pay for was my Codex sub. But otherwise, we were able to make this nice little promo video. So that's going to be it for this video. I was interested to combine these different schools. I was interested to kind of combine these different tools and new features, specifically the arc motion one, and then trying the Three.js. I'm going to continue doing Hyperframes videos like this when new features come out, try to test them out, see what we can build. So leave me a comment. Let me know how you're using Hyperframes. If there's other kind of elements you can add to it to make videos look even better. But that's going to be the end of this video. So thank you for watching.